The Lola Show. Good afternoon, Nigeria. My name is Lola Sanusy, and welcome to The Lola Show, TLS. The interview today centers on an individual who has been described as resilient, positive, audacity, brave, with a knack for excellence. He was also described as a man who is worth celebrating for his life of consistent commitment to public service. Stay with us. We will be right back. This is TLS. Alhaji Lateef Jakande was born on the 23rd of July 1929. He was a journalist who became governor of Lagos State in Nigeria from 1979 to 1983, and later was Minister of Works under the Sani Abacha military regime from 1993 to 1998. Welcome, sir, to the Lola Show.
Thank you very much.
It's such a wonderful opportunity that I have to meet with you.
The pleasure is mine.
Thank you so much, sir, for your service to Nigeria.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, sir, you were encouraged by the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo to run for election as Executive Governor of Lagos State in 1979.
Correct.
Under the Unity Party of Nigeria platform.
Correct.
And you were elected. You spent quite a lot of time with the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Were there any reflections that you made about his character and personality that we would like to know, or that the country didn't know about?
Chief Awolowo was a great man in every sense of the word. He can never be forgotten. He was so much a committed politician and so much given to the service of the people that I'm sure he will ever be remembered. When I served under him, I was inspired by his total commitment to the Nigerian situation. He did a lot, even when he was opposition leader to the government of the day. And when I had to contest the election to the governorship, he backed me all the way. As you know, he was the founding leader of my party, and you only have to follow the principles and the policies which he enunciated. I mean, there is in the Nigerian situation, in the Nigerian Federation, an opportunity for service for any committed person. When I entered into politics, I found him a person you can copy all the time. I went into politics from journalism.
From journalism, remember that?
Because I'm from the Nigerian Tribune to the Action Group to UPA. I feel honored to have been close to him and to have served with his advice and teaching. Teaching is ever.
We're going to have to take a break. Stay tuned with us. This is TLS.
When I took over the governorship,
I was going to ask you about your time when you served as Minister of Work during Sani Abacha.
Yes.
How were you able to deal with this criticism of the day, sir?
General Abacha was a friend.
You never at once compromised your stand?
At no time.
What kept you going?
The public, some members of the public.
While you were the governor of Lagos State, 1979 to 1983, your administration was very effective and quite open. You introduced housing and educational programs targeting the poor, building new neighborhoods and primary schools and secondary schools education. This is the year 2013. What has changed since then?
Well, Let me first of all say that I give thanks to God for the success of my regime as governor of Lagos State. When I took over the governorship, I was confronted by several forces, and some of these forces were determined to obstruct the progress of my government, because in one sense my program was for them impossible. Take for example, when I came in, schools were being run 3 times a day, and here was I promising free education. My political opponents went to town to blast me as a liar.
But you were already in power.
They said it was not possible to convert this thrice-a-day school to one, and then to make the education free. And I told them with no uncertain words that it was possible. But I must say that I will ever be grateful to God that it happened. When I was sworn in as governor, I repeated my election program and promised that education would be free. I remember it was a Monday that I was sworn in, and that day I called in the Ministry of Education and told them my policy, and I said it must start tomorrow.
Immediately.
Many of them smiled, laughed.
It's like I am now.
It was this next date that one of the senior officer came to me. He said, well, but sir, there's no place, no more room to accommodate the children. I said it about government land. They said all government land had been used up. Then it occurred to me, please, from tomorrow, go into Lagos State. Wherever you find any vacant land, build a school there.
Cheaply built too.
And tell them I asked you to come and build a school there. It worked.
Fantastic.
Because once they mentioned the purpose, Lagosians cooperated and allowed them to build the schools. There were a few cases who demanded some sort of alternative land. I remember General Adenka, and what I did was to offer him another piece of land somewhere on Victoria Island. In this way, we brought education immediately to the children of Lagos State, and it was a work of God.
Fantastic. We will be right back. This is TLS. You were once a student of free education yourself. Was this what helped you, what motivated you into?
No, I was never a student of free education.
Not at all?
No, at the time.
You were paying for school?
In fact, part of my primary education I had outside Lagos.
Yes.
In Port Harcourt. And it was after Port Harcourt that I went to Elisha.
Yes.
Elisha Grammar School.
You just saw the plight of Nigerians, the poor, and you said, this is education, everybody must have it at all costs?
Education is, in my view, imperative for every level of citizen.
So you believe in the legacy that the best thing you can leave a child is education?
Certainly. And in my own program, it was the first item on the program.
Education.
Next to it was housing.
And your housing, what has changed since then? What is this strategy? It worked. Why did it change? These days, we hear that the cost of cement is not cheap. Was it cheap during your time?
No, it wasn't cheap. We just had to mobilize.
Mobilize.
And to look into the immediate needs of our people. My housing program was aimed principally at the low-income group.
Low income, yes.
And it worked well.
And it's still standing to today.
As a matter of which I am very, very glad, and for which I am eternally grateful to God Almighty. Because we still have not less than 16 housing estates all over Lagos State, and more have been built by successive governors. But the initiative that started these houses will never be forgotten.
Given the chance to run again, sir, I know you're a young 80. Would you run again?
To run?
If you were given the chance to run.
To run as
there are people in other African countries, this president who's almost like 80, who's refused to step down. Would you?
No. All I can do is...
Be a mentor.
Correct.
Wouldn't you want to go back and fix something that you didn't fix? What was it you wanted to fix that you...
No, I wouldn't do that.
You did everything?
I would now... Mentor is a word.
Yes.
If I can do anything, I want to pass that on. Anybody I can train or assist. God has done his best.
Was there anything you wanted to do that you didn't get a chance to do?
No.
Accomplish the best that you could accomplish?
No, none that I can think of now.
Well said, sir. We're going to have to take a break, but before we go, I want you to reminisce on this question we're going to ask you when you come back. I think this was the time when you served under Sani Abacha as the Minister of Works.
Oh, yes.
But you won't answer that until we come back. Stay tuned with us. This is TLS.
We have had major crashes in this country consistently.
An exclusive interview with El Rufai on education.
Without good education, it is difficult in today's world for a person to even be happy.
Do you know the band?
The band.
The band?
The band.
Yes, the band. You're talking to me, talking to Nigeria.
Sure.
And talking to the whole world in general. Did you have any role to play in the death of the former Attorney General, Chief Bola Ige?
What was his?
Hello, welcome back. This is TLS. With us is His Excellency, former Governor of Lagos State and one-time Minister of Works, Alhaji Lateef Jakande. Thank you so much, sir, for inviting us to your home.
Thank you very much.
Some don't like the reference Alhaji. How come you accepted this?
Alhaji is somebody who has been to Mecca.
And some people don't even like you referring to as Alhaji.
And I went there and came and was blessed.
Yes, thank you, sir. But before we went on break, I was going to ask you about your time when you served as Minister of Works during Sani Abacha.
Yes.
How were you able to deal with this criticism of the day, sir?
General Abacha was a friend.
Was a friend of yours?
I was persuaded by him to join his government. And on my side, I saw it as an opportunity of expanding my own program.
Of what you didn't finish?
For example, it was through my service that I was able to introduce a national housing program for the whole country. Free national housing program. We had that opportunity, and not less than 121,000 schools benefited.
121,000.
He supported me, and I believe that so many millions of Nigerians benefited from that scheme. Well, General Abacha had criticisms from his fellow military people. But throughout my time in the service of federal government, he was a good listener.
Really?
A good listener. And I can't remember once when he countered or cancelled my program. So serving under Abacha was an opportunity for extending my service to other parts of Nigeria.
What didn't the people understand? What did you think the people, why did they hate the fact that you served under him being from the West? Why was this criticism, public jest, public outcry that you were serving under a dictator?
People thought General Abacha belonged to a conservative group, so to say. While I've always been in the progressive group. And some feared that it might not be possible for me to execute those
progressive views.
But as God would have it, he stood by me firmly on housing as well as education.
So it wasn't like you sold out of your belief system and what your party stood for?
Not at all. In fact, as I said, it was like winning him over.
You never at once compromised your stand?
At no time.
So majorly Nigeria benefited from your service?
That is what I believe I did.
What legacy do you think you were leaving behind?
Legacy?
Yes, sir.
Service.
Complete service. You have no regret comment has been published and of course publicized in so many ways about the antagonism and the public outcry that you served under Abacha. What kept you going?
Well, the public, some members of the public assumed that serving in Abacha's government implied changing policies or changing my own belief, which never happened and could never have happened. And I'm sure that at the end of the service, everyone agreed that I was right.
How would you like to be remembered?
As a good servant of the people.
Like a chief servant?
A good servant.
A good servant of the people.
Of the people, in every sense of the word.
I think from that one we're going to have to go on break once again, and we'll be right back. This is TLS. Please do not touch the dial because we are with Action Governor himself, Alhaji Lateef Jakande. Welcome back. This is TLS. I'm having an exciting time with the former governor of Lagos State, Alhaji Lateef Jakande. The action governor you were called, sir. You not only made housing possible, school possible, you also made water possible.
Correct.
Free water to millions of Nigerians in Lagos State. Fantastic work you did, sir. But I have to ask you a question. Who do you admire in government today?
Today,
2013.
I have some.
Thank God.
some friends who, in my judgment,
Yes, sir.
are doing their best. Well, first is my governor in Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola.
Yes.
I think he's working hard. Then Richard Korocha of Imo State. I think he too is doing well.
Okay.
Kwakwanso of Kano State. I think he's doing a good job.
2 thumbs up.
And who?
Oh, I don't want to put any words in your mouth.
What's the name?
I'm not going to put any words in your mouth. This was from the people that you admire.
Yes.
Maybe I can remind you, I can help you to remember.
Yes,
We have 36 states in Nigeria, you've only mentioned 2. Okay, should we go to Akwa Ibom or we should stay in the southern side?
Southeast side, yeah. That's right. I said Okurucha.
Okay, southeast, the courage.
And I think he's doing well. Well, I also think that the governor, I've mentioned Kano.
Yes, you did mention that.
The governor of Cross River State.
Cross River State, is that Akwa Ibom?
Yes.
Is God's will, Akwa Ibom?
Yes, Akwa Ibom. They are working hard. And I do hope that they will have the strength to carry on.
You still hold an office? You still go to the office on Mondays and on Monday to Friday?
In private life, you have to go to work.
You're in the 80s. What do you go to the office for?
If only to keep your time, to kill your time.
To kill it. What else do you do, sir, except from going to the office?
It's good to go.
You read a lot. I noticed that so many books.
Yes, read, right? Read and write. Maybe the simple word for it is read and write.
Read and write. Well, you attend a lot of parties and a lot of functions. You still have that energy to go out and dance and mingle with the people.
Yes, such functions that I attend are forms of relaxation.
Relaxation. It's fantastic, sir. You have so many plaques and awards that's been bestowed upon you and people showing their appreciation. You're celebrating an icon. We're so grateful. And I know Nigeria is grateful for your service.
I thank them.
Thank you so very much, sir, for your time. We appreciate coming to your beautiful home.
Thank you very much.
And it's great to have you on TLS. Yeah, that was a high five, really. Thank you, sir. I'm so grateful.
Thank you very,
That's
very
it
much.
from us, from Alhaji Lateef Jakande's residence in Lagos. Great to have you, and we hope you come back again next week, which will bring you some exciting guests and topics. It's TLS. Odabo.